the southeast of London lies Crystal Palace Park, a 200-acre Victorian pleasure ground built in 1852 to house Joseph Paxton's world-famous glass palace. Its winding pathways deliver park-goers to places of relaxation and quiet reflection. But there's more to these bends than meets the eye.
Everybody interested in car racing went to see the London Grand Prix at the Crystal Palace road track.
First opened in 1927, it became known as London's own race circuit. But it wasn't until after the war that things really took hold, playing host to the greatest drivers of all time. In an era which predated race safety, the 3-kilometre course with its 6 fast-flowing corners was lined with railway sleepers for barriers, making no allowance for driver error. By the early 70s, safety concerns coupled with noise complaints from residents meant that in August 1972, the racetrack hosted its last ever event.
And in 5 days' time, I, Will Trevorian Stuart Best, will be following in the footsteps of the greats like Jackie Stewart, Sterling Moss, James Hunt, and competing in my first ever motorsport event right here at the Crystal Palace circuit.
Luckily, help is on its way.
And it's Gordon Spice in the lead, who shattered the lap record.
This is Gordon Spice. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, he was the man to beat in saloon car racing, smashing the Palace lap record to win the British Saloon Car Championship of 1969.
Spice wins! Spice wins!
45 years later, and I've brought him back to show me round.
So tell me what it would have been like zooming past here, concrete block on that side, was it?
The block was there. It was about just a bit higher than that, but it was extremely solid.
Yeah.
And you had to, and there was a small curb, which you just clip and come, and the curb was probably only a foot from the concrete. It was pretty close stuff.
It does sound like a much more exciting breed of racing than we have now. Kind of more compact, smaller circuit, lots of cars, people lapping.
To me, this was the best time of my life.
The course on Sunday will include the famous North Tower Crescent, a bend Gordon knows only too well.
I would say you should be finished your braking by now.
Finished it.
And then you aim for the apex of the corner.
Okay.
On the right there,
so
and let it drift out towards what is now Armco.
I stay flat all the way round. Yeah. I break the record.
Yes.
And I win.
Yeah.
And then I get the champagne and I spray everybody with it.
Yes.
What could be easier?
I have just 3 days to go and no idea what car I'll be racing. But as luck would have it, my Uncle Willie prepares race classics and has hand-picked a car I'll be making my motorsport debut in.
Willie.
Hi, Will, how are you?
Good. Apparently you've got a car for me.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Excellent.
It's over here in this garage.
Let's check it out.
Right.
Wow. It's a beauty.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's so yellow. It's a proper racing car.
It is. It's powerful as well.
Oh, my God, from the side, it looks absolutely badass. Look at that.
Yeah, so it's a 1972 midget.
Yeah.
It's got a bigger engine in it than normal. It's got an 1800 engine. Yeah, well, when you get in it, you'll find you're very low to the ground as well.
Oh, it's once you just hop in, is it?
No.
Like in the movies. I can't... All right, thanks. That's what uncles are for. How fast is this? What's the 0 to 60?
The 0 to 60 is about 7 seconds.
OK.
And top speed is about 125, 130.
And how many gears has it got? Because they're not written on the gear stick.
No, but it's usual.
OK. I can't remember what usual is. I haven't driven a car in a long time.
Oh, God.
I live in central London.
What are we getting ourselves into?
I don't know.
The time for talk is over. What I need is some practice. This Mercedes E63 AMG is my first and indeed my last chance to prepare for Sunday's event.
Hey, mate.
Elliot.
How you doing?
It's me.
Will.
Great
Nice to
to meet
meet you. Great work.
Thank you very much. So the main goal for today is obviously get you around the circuit at Crystal Palace on Sunday as quick as possible, as safe as possible, and ultimately give you the tools that you need so that when you get out there, you've got full control of that car.
This 5.5-litre monster is a world away from my 1800 midget, but the principles of driving should be the same. With my heart now firmly lodged in my mouth, it's time for my first ever lap of a circuit.
You've got to think quickly.
Come all the way out to the left and don't fight the car, just squeeze the power all the way through it. Hug the left-hand white line, and as you go through here, just feed the power in bit by bit, and naturally that'll just make you use all the road. Then over to the right.
And it's when you feel it, when you feel the weight transfer.
Yep. Look at that, mega, absolutely perfect. That's the one. So we spent a lot of time focusing on having control of the car, transferring the weight around the car nice and gently, progressive braking, accelerating out the corners nice and gently. We're now going to flip it on its head, and we're going to take you down to the wet circle and experience what it's like when you get it wrong.
Okay. This will be my toughest challenge yet, but with little to no runoff on Sunday, it's vital I get it right.
Flick the gas now quite aggressively.
It's not easy, but I'm not about to give up.
Off the gas, don't touch gas there. That's it. Off the gas, a bit aggressive.
Oh no! Damn it! Damn it!
But practice makes perfect.
Off there, a bit much on the gas. That's it. Absolutely wicked. There, look at that. That'll do. Job done. It's really, honestly, your car control is absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Stop it. Stop it.
Thanks. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's so difficult.
Yeah, it's a bit different when you haven't actually got control of it.
Yeah. But I think if I had a day doing this, then maybe I'd get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Your car control's mega. But I think you've got everything out today. You've got all the tools that you need for Sunday, so absolute best of luck.
Mate, thanks very much.
So I'm here, back at Crystal Palace where this whole thing started. I'm in my flame-proof onesie. Certainly look the part. Whether I drive the part remains to be seen.
175 cars split into 19 classes have all come to race against the clock in this sprint event. The goal is simple: get to the finish line in the quickest time possible.
Welcome all. Thank you very much for coming. Thanks for bringing the sunshine with you guys. I know that there are some people here that it's their first time at Crystal Palace, which is frankly a seriously daunting thought to my mind. Really, really, really be careful. It's going to be unbelievably slippery around North Tower Bend. And again, for those that don't know it, I don't mind saying it, it's probably one of the most difficult corners in the country.
All cars must pass an inspection to make sure they meet the stringent safety standards. If my car fails now, we'll be forced to retire having not even made it onto the track.
I don't actually know how to open the bonnet. Michael, I need to open the bonnet.
Luckily for me, it's not my competence he's come to scrutinise.
So we've got the thumbs up from him. Very serious man, but this is a very serious business, so that's good. Pretty much ready to go.
My first 2 laps are for practice and won't count towards the result. All I have to do is keep the car on the track.
Just don't stall it.
Each lap is a race against the clock, a point-to-point dash where the fastest driver wins.
Woo! She's got a bit of poke to her, that's for sure.
Even though my first lap won't be my best, I'm still hoping it's not the worst.
Right, 58.44. Is anyone slower than that? Ah! 1 minute 14, 1 minute 2. At least I'm not last.
On the way back to the car, I spot a potential competitor.
Stephen Mitchell in the other midget.
But there's no time for rivalry as we line up for my last practice lap. I push the midget as hard as I can, applying everything I've learned over the past 5 days.
Skid City! Okay, so 58.44 to beat 47.12! That's amazing! Wow, 10 seconds!
Practice is over and the race is on. I know the course, I know the car. This is it. Time to give it everything I've got.
Absolutely spun it. Car 34 just spun a sort of a nice 180, I would suggest. We don't often see them spinning down there, but he managed to achieve that particular objective.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that one didn't go so well. I knew when I was lining up I wasn't in the right headspace. I could hear they were doing commentary about everyone in the cars, and I sort of thought, what the hell am I doing? I've never done this before. They're going to be like, next up, number 34, Will Best. No previous race experience, and I just wasn't focused.
By the skin of my teeth, I still have a car, but what I need now is a result to go with it.
So this time, it's all about smooth and just posting a lap.
I feather the throttle out of each bend, trying desperately to keep the back end from spinning out. Is it enough to keep me in the competition?
Yeah, that's all right. Shaved nearly 2 seconds off my second practice. That is surprising because it didn't feel quicker, it was just smoother. Right, now let's see what Stephen got. Stephen Mitchell.
But Stephen isn't the fastest out there, this man is.
That is Tony De Winter. 0.2 of a second ahead of me. I'm coming for you, Tony. Watch out. Right, last run. I'm really happy with my previous go. So this time, I'm just smooth, I'm calm, I'm quick, sure, but I'm bringing it home. Let's do it.
Just 5 days ago, I thought this wasn't possible, but here I am, pushing myself to the limit and loving every second.
Woo! Good girl. Good girl. No, oh, okay. It was faster. It was faster than the last one. 0.35 of a second faster than my previous one. Okay. Tony, unlucky, mate. 45.43, 45.22. Oh. Good though, good. I don't want to play up to it too much because there's lots of people around. Yes. What a day. It seems bizarre. Less than a week ago, I didn't even know that this was a racetrack, and now I've been out here and I've competed on it. And I haven't completely disgraced myself. Honestly, it's been amazing. If anybody out there ever gets the chance to race in a classic car, especially on a circuit like this, do it, do it, do it, do it. It's awesome. I've had a great time. Most importantly, I beat Tony De Winter. Yes.